I'm Mrs. Szczeck, and sorry I can't be here tonight. I'm actually running a 10K, which I don't know which would be more fun. So, here we go. Science. I teach 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th science, and we follow the Minnesota State Standards, and there's basically 4 strands of the Minnesota State Standards that we go through, and the nature of science and engineering is one that goes through 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And then physical science, life science, earth and space science are basically divided up into the 3 grades, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So if we go to our next slide, 8th grade is earth and space science. And so some of the things that we talk about are Earth's changing surface. So right now we're doing maps, talking about longitude, latitude, learning how to read road maps. We'll do topographic maps. And we'll also get into weathering and erosion in this book. And then our next book is Inside the Restless Earth. And we'll do rocks and minerals, and we'll go through and try to identify mystery minerals by using different charts and all that kind of fun stuff. We also do plate tectonics, earthquakes, and volcanoes. The next book that we get into is weather and climate. And that includes the atmosphere and obviously weather and climate. And then our last one, towards the end of the year, we get into astronomy, where we talk about the planets, the stars, the different moons of all the planets, and then we also talk about our moon, and we go through the moon phases. And some fun projects that we do in 8th grade is we do Roger's Life, which is a story, the kids write a storybook on a rock named Roger. We do a research project on a specific planet, and then we also make volcanoes. And then we get into 7th grade science, which is the life science. So we start talking about cells, heredity, and classification. Right now in class we're talking about animal cells and plant cells. And the differences between the two, we'll get into heredity and genes, and then also the 6 kingdoms of life. And after we do the 6 kingdoms, we do like a general overview of the 6 kingdoms of life, then we go into very specifics of those, so bacteria, viruses, protists, fungi, plants, and then we end with animals. And we go through all the different types of animals, invertebrates, vertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. And then our fun thing that we do in 7th grade is we dissect a fetal pig at the end of the school year. And we also dissect a worm. We do a bunch of other fun projects like the Incredible Edible Cell, the Leaf Collection Project. We do a project along the 6 kingdoms. So all those are kind of fun. And then we have 6th grade, which is the physical science. And we get into matter first. So that's elements, compounds, atoms, and then we learn about the periodic table. Right now we're actually working on the metric system. So math and science right now are very similar for some of the students who are in that math class. Matter, we then get into interactions of matter, so we talk about reactions, acids, and bases, and we do a bunch of fun experiments with acids and bases. Then we get into our physics, which is the second half of the year, where we talk about speed, acceleration, motion, machines. That's where it gets very math heavy. The kids have to bring a calculator to class and do a bunch of formula work. And then our last unit is on electricity and magnetism. And some fun things that we do throughout the year is we adopt an element when we get into the periodic table. We make electromagnets, and then the awesome thing is the egg drop, where we drop it off of the balcony of the school, and then if they survive that, then they get to go up onto the roof. And then 5th grade is just kind of a general overview of all 3 of those. So first trimester is life science, and we do cells, plants, and animals. Second trimester is earth science, and we get into rocks, minerals, and weather. And then 3rd trimester is physical science, and we do matter and then laws of motion. And then also the 5th graders participate in the St. Joe's Science Fair in January, which is during Catholic Schools Week. And then if they qualify, they can move on to Mankato. They don't have to, but they can. So that is all that I have for science. If you have any questions, you can email me or talk to me if you see me in the hallway. Again, I'm Mrs. Szczeck. Thanks for listening.